Welcome to another episode of Street Swag.
It's not a trial episode, we promise.
But it is a more serious episode. We want to, before we even interview people more on the streets of Toronto, we want to see what actually goes on the streets of Toronto. Some things that we completely avoid and miss every time we take a step on any sidewalk.
Wonder what we're talking about? We're talking about homeless people. How many of you guys have walked the beautiful streets of Toronto and walked by homeless people, judging them, giving them the critical eye based on their appearance? What is the stereotypical appearance for a homeless person? They're usually scruffy, they have cups in their hands, they're begging for money. To you guys, they seem like a nuisance. But you guys don't know how they got to the streets today.
So what we're doing today is Mango and Pooja, another co-host we have this week. She'll be co-hosting again next week. So what we have is they're going onto a TTC station, which you probably have seen someone standing around. And we're going to interview one individual. His name is Joe and his story. So check out his story, and also please keep following us and subscribe, and check out next week's episode.
So this is Joe, and he's agreed to talk with us for Street Swag today.
So how is life like on the streets right now?
Well, you get your good days and your bad days. I mean, it's not easy.
Yeah.
It's just not fun. I mean, for me, it's lonely. But
How did you end up here?
well, lost my job. That nasty divorce with my wife. Health problems. So
Where did you used to work?
I used to work for the World's Finest Shows on the Carnival and stuff like that. I worked construction years ago and steel foundry. My wife and I owned a restaurant, so I've done a lot of different work, but my body's, I've just turned 57 yesterday, so my body's given up on me.
Do you get enough change on a daily basis to provide for yourself? And yeah, how are people to you when they give you change, when they see you every day?
Some are nice and some are nasty. Like, they get ignorant and verbal, and some are, quite nice to me. They'll buy me coffee and stuff like on a regular basis, and but you take the good with the bad.
What do you want to say to people that they look at homeless people and they judge, or they say nasty things? What do you really want to say to everyone?
I just say a prayer for them, and they never end up here, because it's not easy.
Yeah.
Just take a look, and anything you say to a person might come back at you some other day.
What do you do when the weather changes? Like in the winter time and all that.
I go in the shelters and stuff like that, or there's been times I've had to sleep outside, and I have lots of blankets and stuff, but most times I stay in the shelter.
What do you think? What do you think of the shelters? Do they provide enough, or do you think they could do a lot better?
Some of them are good. Some are like violent and rough, and some have a high percentage of bed bugs, and some have a lot of special needs people that they mix with non-special needs, and it can be trying at times. So I more or less keep to myself, though. I try to anyway.
How do you stay safe on the streets? I know there's a lot of, people fight a lot over food, over money. There's a lot of issues going on around here, and living out on the streets, there's even, gangs and, a lot of Toronto violence lately. Are you staying safe on the street right now?
Well, I keep to myself a lot, but there's a few of us that are in the area that do the same thing, so we all watch out for each other, and luckily we haven't had any problems, so I just touch wood there. But I keep to myself. I don't verbally talk to people ignorant. I always try to be polite and courteous, and so far so good.
How long have you been on the streets?
About 8 years.
And what are you planning to do to get yourself off the streets?
Well, I've just been accepted on disability, so I'm looking for a place to live, and financially I should be able to handle it once the disability gets going and stuff. So, I'd like to maybe work a part-time job or something.
How do you? Can we get an idea of how you feel about all of this? 8 years on the street, that's really rough. Do you have, what are your feelings about everything? Sometimes don't you just want to give up?
Yeah, the whole world's going crazy. It's just a matter of time before something really serious happens. We're very fortunate and lucky to be living in Canada, I believe that. But I never really go hungry. Maybe I'll go half a day or 12 hours without something to eat, but I don't go a full 2 or 3 days without it. I don't know. It's a crazy situation. I mean, whether city politics, provincial world, if you believe in the Bible, then I think the second times are coming real quick. Maybe in our lifetime.
So pretty much you're taking every day, pretty much day by day by day by day. And it's been quite a struggle for you. But you seem to be in fairly good spirits. You're keeping strong, and 8 years on the street, I don't think many people would have lasted. So really, it's really commendable. Joe, thank you very much for participating in that interview. And guys, if you guys didn't know, it was Joe's birthday yesterday, so happy belated birthday.
Thank you very much.